Hey, what's going on there, everybody? First off, may the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. Hopefully you guys go and check out our reaction to the new Obi-Wan official trailer that's for Disney+. We have a lot of content coming today, which is technically on May the 5th when you guys are watching this. We have Under the Banner of Heaven. We have Star Trek Strange New Worlds, as well as a couple other things that hopefully you guys go and check out as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. The 7th episode of Halo Inheritance. What did I think about it? So first off, the episode 5, episode 6 solidified for me. I needed to see more. I love what they're doing with Master Chief now. I love where they're pacing the process of the story. The only thing that I've been not banking with when it comes to this, I apologize for my hair, with this series, honestly, has been Quan Ha's story. It ain't even Soren. Like, Soren is fine. I don't have any problem with Baking's performance as Soren. I was really intrigued to see him let loose, you know? And that's one of the things that I feel like not as a saving grace, but it adds to this episode. I don't think this was necessarily a bad episode. It's the problem that I've been having with this from the beginning. The very first episode set the tone of like, okay, the alien's here. She lost her family. This humanizes Master Chief. I get it. But the whole entire series from episode 2, she's not been with Master Chief at all. And the more time that you spend around her, she is constantly putting herself in danger, constantly having to be saved, and constantly parading around almost as though there's a chip on her shoulder that she is deserving of all these different things. It's off-putting. And it's not even the actress's performance necessarily. I think it's just the way they wrote the character. I think Yurin is doing a decent job with Quan, but they don't show why she's important outside of her name, outside of her heritage. Now, this episode does, again, talks about heritage, inheritance, so to speak, in that why is her family, why is her lineage so important? And it all is going to connect in a very intricate way with the portal, which I think if what it is, I think it is, this is going to be very intricate to Halo in general. I mean, the actual Halo. So I think that that's where they're going to tie her in there. But it's kind of like, honestly, even though this episode was good, I think this is her best episode. I think that they got to showcase, you know, a lot of different things that are essential to her progression. I think she evolved as a character. I think she was humbled as a character. I think she got along with Soren because she got broken, so to speak. Like that whole sequence where over and over and over again, she's so busy and so internally broken that she's trying to get past a Master Chief, and he just every single time stomping her out until she kind of submitted to herself. And it's like, yeah, no, I can't physically fight this. I need to do something else, you know, kind of thing. So I like that progression of her character. The thing about this, where when it came down to it, if Soren wasn't there, she wouldn't have been able to really survive, honestly, realistically. It would be interesting to me as if she was made into a Spartan. Now that is something that I would be intrigued to see her character evolve to that point. But I don't know if that's something they were going to do. I don't know if that's something that's even possible. Now, I think that Bokeem, Soren got to let loose. This man, matter of fact, when, what was it? What was the guy's name? Was it Squirrel? I can't remember his name. Whoever was his partner kind of like side-eyed him in front of everybody. And like he, you know when you got somebody that's really quiet and meek, but they had a past? Well, that's Soren. And Soren looked at him up and down, and his wife was like, don't do it, baby. And he didn't really let it go. He didn't really let it go because so many different things going on with Soren. Soren, one, had to be cast out from the Spartans. Is defective, technically. He had to make his own way, had to make his own life, and he's still a Spartan at the end of the day. So he's always dealing with these conflicts of being a pirate, doing the right thing, and he's also said to Chief that he was going to protect his girl, but then he left. And so it was kind of a conflict of interest. Like part of him was like, okay, well, if I get what I need, I can go back. But then the other part was like, yeah, I need to get my vengeance on the situation, kind of thing. And she still was ready to fight him out. I was upset about it. But either way, again, Soren got to let loose. He got to show not only is he a man of honor, but you get to see his capabilities. Like, bruh, like they had squads of people, and he was annihilating him. He was annihilating. Matter of fact, if he had a decent set of armor, honestly, I don't really think they would have been able to stop him. Like, what he needs to do, in my opinion, instead of being a pirate, he needs to go and try to see if he can get some decent armor. Like, if he get him a real good amount of armor with the shield, an active shield, bruh, put him back in the fray. Especially now that, Halsey's out of the way. Actually, she wasn't in this episode, but, a flashback or kind of a vision kind of situation. But I mean, his gun was there. And again, like, they kind of had this person that was following along with Quan and wanted to eliminate her because he knew her dad. And I mean, he's a good actor. I actually liked him in oh my gosh, I'm just blanked on it. I just blanked on the movie. Pacific Rim, and he was decent in The Dark Knight and a couple other things. But I think that, well, The Dark Knight Rises, I believe he was in Dark Knight Rises. But anyway, I think that for this show, like, it was just kind of like he was like this gnarly villain for no reason it's insignificant. You know what I mean? And then the way it went out, visually it was cool. The firefight was cool. I mean, it definitely felt like a video game at times. I thought it was really dope. But it didn't showcase why Quan, outside of her heritage, is important to the narrative, because she can't really do much. Soren definitely elevated him. But then her person that was trying to kill her, like, what was the point? And so the episode was, it wasn't bad. It's just insignificant in the grand scheme of it. Now, do I say that this was filler? I can't say that yet, because if the implications of what the portal is to Halo and where that's going is very important. So that's all I can really kind of say. I'm not going to give this a rating. I'm just intrigued for them to get back to where they left off with Master Chief in this position that he's in right now. I'm so excited for that. And it's kind of like adding Quan to that. Unless they make her a Spartan, bro, I don't really even care at this point. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Hope you guys like this. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Let me know what you thought about the episode. I want your personal perspective. Make sure you let me know in the comment section below. May the 4th be with you. Technically, it's going to be the 5th, so y'all enjoy whatever you do today. Peace, guys.